Live week 8. I've got the finger thing, I guess, every time. I'm going to run out of fingers because we've got 14 videos over the next few weeks to get to. But we are sharing music videos that we've created in a partnership, with David Z Foundation and Global Lighthouse Studios and a lot of different school partners around the world. And today we're headed back to Chicago for our 4th of 4 Chicago features for this little series. And this is Mildred Lavizzo IB World School, just an incredible campus. And I want to actually, Donna, if you could tell us a little bit about the IB program, because I know that you taught in IB schools before. I don't want to misspeak. So passing it over to you.
Yeah, so the IB schools is a philosophy. There's about 5,000 IB schools around the world. They have shared characteristics and traits that they use in their teaching, and they adhere to a lot of different global goals, like global citizenship goals, and it's just a framework for different schools around the world that they teach through the lens of IB.
That's awesome. Yeah. So very experiential, right?
Yes, very
Yes.
experiential.
I
Yes.
love it. That's my kind of teaching. So I'll start a round of introductions. My name is Dan Roeder, and I'm the Chief Academic Officer for the David Z Foundation, where we transform lives through the magic of music. And I want to kick it right over to our special guest for today, our Bob DePasquale from who is the Generosity Guy. Could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do, and then we'll go over to Ashley.
Yeah, appreciate it, Dan. Well, first, the thing I'll say is I'm also an experiential learner. A friend of mine, actually, just his daughter, and his daughter's our friend too. She just graduated from an IB program, so a little familiar with what they do over there. Also love what y'all are doing at David Z Foundation. And yes, I'm Bob DePasquale, Generosity Guy. I founded a wealth management firm focused on generosity, helping families use their gifts and skills for good in the world. And I also speak to organizations about the giving mindset. So I love this conversation and I'm excited to be here. So thanks for having me.
Amazing. Over to Ashley and then to Donna.
Hi, I'm Ashley Pride. I've had the lovely opportunity to be here for a few of these conversations, and I just tell you, each one, my heart gets filled up more and more and more. So I'm so inspired by what you're up to. I am an artist, strategist, community manager, and creative. Just doing my best to help make the world a better place through turning the craziness of life into crafting and so much more. So, yes, glad to be here.
And to Donna, tell us a little bit about Global Lighthouse Studios.
Sure. So my name's Donna Guerin. I'm the founder of Global Lighthouse Studios. We connect teachers and students around the world through the lens of arts and music. And I've had the privilege to be able to partner with the David Z Foundation on many of these music videos. And in Chicago in particular, we had 4 schools that we featured, that we worked with last spring, and that we're also working with this fall. And so if you're interested in learning more about the work that we do in Chicago, right now, actually, Ingenuity has its grant season open until October 27th is when you can apply for a grant to get this wonderful programming and things like it through Global Lighthouse Studios or David Z Foundation, and David Z Foundation, I should say. So if you're interested in learning more about this songwriting program, please let us know, and we'd be more than happy to walk you through the process.
I am so glad you mentioned that because, yes, it's. I think Chicago is a model city for how arts really can be in the middle of our focus as we're thinking about education and about the importance of expression and being able to express ourselves. And yesterday was World Mental Health Day, which I think is definitely going to be part of this conversation. Yeah, let's just hop right into the video and we'll start the conversation. So this is Hand in Hand, a song about friendship and about having each other's back by Mildred Lavizzo IB World School in Chicago.
other day I saw you standing there under the moon, lonely and sad. Stick with me, things will be alright. I'm here, listen, your future is bright.
Whatever you need, I'll be there for you. Remember friends, try them too. A hug, a laugh, yo, whatever you need. Friends for life, guaranteed.
Hand in hand, and side by side. Together we laugh, together we cry. It's crystal clear, our friendship is true. You got me, and I got you.
Looking forward, looking back. Taking next step, memories, flashbacks. Together strong friends like me and you. Mean so much for what we've been through. Hopes and dreams we can share. I will start a journey there. I feel like you, like a person who will be there for me, and I'll be there for you.
Hand in hand, and side by side. Together we laugh, together we cry. It's crystal clear, our friendship is true. You got me, and I got you.
If you need someone, you know I'll be here with an open ear. No matter what other people do, be true to you and you'll be cool.
Hand in hand, and side by side. Together we laugh, together we cry. It's crystal clear, our friendship is true. You got me, and I got you. Hand in hand, and side by side. Together we laugh, together we cry. It's crystal clear, our friendship is true. You got me, and I got you.
That was so much fun.
so
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's a bop. I mean, that is just so from that very first moment, you hear the horns, you're like, oh, this is going to be a fun song, and that was just a fun school to work with. So one of the interesting things is that I was on Team Lavizzo for the filming, and so just Donna and I taught all of the classes for all 4 schools that we did in Chicago together. But then she took 2 of the schools and I took 2 of the schools. And so it's just kind of interesting, hearing things about the experiences of being at those schools and the personality of the students and kind of the funny things that happened, the production things that happened. This happens to be one of my favorite behind the scenes videos that we're going to watch because it was pretty silly. We had some silly moments and some really funny students. So I want to kind of kick it over to let's start with Ashley and then to Bob for some responses. What do you think?
Oh my goodness. The moment the music kicked in, I was nodding like, this is really funky. And that's I guess, I don't know, the music just touched my heart. It made me want to dance, which I think was exhibited so well in this video. There were a lot of dance moves and things that I recognized from like years past, but also very current and fresh dances. I'm a part of the TikTok crew, so I know what they were up to. I think it was really special that there were moments where the students were talking directly to each other. It was like they were singular and they were having a conversation. We're all together, like showing with their communal dance moves and just kind of singing in a circle. That was really special. So I loved all of the elements that you guys pulled together. Beautiful.
Amazing. Bob, what do you think?
Yeah, wow. That's the first thing I thought was wow. But both of you have already said, once the music kicked in right away, I mean, you started right with a strong hook there. It was fun. And you like the horns. I am a sucker for a killer tambourine. And let me tell you,
Nice.
I noticed that specifically. I think I've mentioned to you before, Dan. I'm a very, very amateur percussionist. So loved just love how it jumped right in, and like Ashley said, I mean, it looked like they were just having a blast talking to each other, and the whole message of the song is to work together, right, and support each other. So I felt like that tied in really, really well. Obviously the dance moves were slick. That was key to get you to watch it, because it's one thing to listen to a song, it's another thing to be entertained by the video. So I was completely encouraged. And if you heard my introduction, I mean, I love talking about, supporting other people. So what a cool message. I could definitely watch that again and be happy to show it to other people. And I'm also the wife of I'm also the husband of an educator.
Sorry, I can't edit that out.
I'm the spouse of an educator. And I love to see students having a good time where, in their place of education, they should enjoy being at school. So anyway, awesome stuff. Great to share. And I'm just happy to be here and talk more about it. I'm curious to see what Donna says.
Yeah, go for it, Donna.
Yeah, well, you can't see it in the finished product, but this song came a long way from when we first started to the final product. And these students definitely had, definitely some strong feelings on what they wanted the song to sound like, to feel like, and to look like. And so it was just wonderful to see the finished product. It was really just a culmination of their hard work and their vision for what they wanted the song to be like.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Donna, because it was like an emergent trust with us. And I think that was such a cool process to be a part of. And then to actually, be there with them and being in that joyful environment. So I have to say, it was almost halfway through the program before we really had like a clear direction on what we were writing about. This was the assignment was 8th graders writing wisdom to younger grades. So that's the prompt that we gave all of our 8th grade classes last year. And that they wanted to say so much. And I think that's the hard part sometimes, is there's so many possibilities that it's hard to really pick a direction. And it wasn't until, I'm going to give a shout out to Lizzo with Lavizzo. Maybe let's make that happen. Come on, Lizzo. We played one of her really popular songs. And I don't know that I can say it on a broadcast, but it's an amazing song. And they were so hooked by that. That's where the horns came from. That's where the groove came from. That's where the tempo came from, was from listening to this song by Lizzo. And then everything was just like, whoosh, we're going to talk about togetherness, and we're going to talk about, why we all just responded so much to that track. So yeah, I mean, that's I think the power of music, honestly.
Absolutely.
Any other comments before we watch the behind the scenes?
So I have one comment. It's somewhat relevant. I just left Chicago, the day before we record this. And now I'm wondering if I walked right by the school. My wife was running in the marathon yesterday on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
And,
that's amazing.
And so I felt like I was all over the city. So I probably walked right by their school at one point. And speaking of music, man, music is so powerful. I got the message. I was reminded about how powerful and how music builds community on that day as well. People going through something super grueling, but the music just uplifting people and bringing them together. So anyway, a little bit of a tangent there, but yeah, I was just in Chicago, so it's cool. It's just ironic that we're this school that we're talking about here. That's where they're based.
I agree, and I've experienced that. I've run 6 marathons, and that's something that is on my list of things to get back into, and why I started running again. But it's music that really gets me through mile like 18 to 26.2, because there's nothing else, and there's people that line the streets and they provide the music. You don't even need the earbuds in. There's just music in the air.
This song would have been like perfect for them to listen to.
I know. Ashley, looks like you have some words on your face.
I do, but you know what? I want to jump into the BTS. So
okay, let's do it.
I'm sure what I want to say will be like even more potent afterwards. But I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's
Awesome.
jump in.
All right, here we go.
You guys had mentioned a lot of things like be yourself, don't let people get you down, have confidence, that kind of thing. So go ahead and add some ideas and have some conversation about what we would like the final song to be. And I want you to write 2 lines and try to make it rhyme. This is called generative work. You make me shy, I just want to cry. That's a great line. I feel as if you're special, even if you don't think so. That just kind of gave me goosebumps. It speaks to kindness. If somebody is not really valuing themselves, you can tell them you are special, even if you don't think so. We were working on the chorus. I was thinking about where to go with this song to make it more universal and more relatable for anybody that listens to it. It's very much like a close conversation between 2 friends. It's crystal clear. You're a diamond in the rough. You make it through when it's tough. Yeah, so now I'm already kind of starting to hear a little bit of a story.
So what do y'all think?
Yes, okay, all right, good. I think we have a chorus.
Hand in hand and side by side. Together we laugh, together we cry. It's crystal clear, our friendship is true. You got me, and I got you.
Okay, so that time we were rushing. Is this a song where we're going to want to sing the verses or rap them?
What do you guys think? You want to sing it or do you want to rap it?
Rap it.
So we're rolling.
A hug, a laugh, or whatever you need. Friends for life, guaranteed.
Oh my God.
No matter what other people might say or do.
Yeah, so you're adding the might say. No matter what other people do, be true to you. And you'll be cool. We just have to do that while it's recording.
Hopes and dreams we can share. I'm starting the journey there. I feel like you, the fresh who, we there for me, and I'll be there for you.
Oh my God! We're ready. I'm rolling.
The other day I saw you standing there, out in the room, lonely and sad. Friends for life, guaranteed.
Yes.
Perfect. Friends for life, guaranteed.
Oh my gosh,
It's perfect.
the timing in
It's
that.
perfect.
Let's get somebody in the square. Who's first? Step in, step in. Cool. Nice. Next. Yeah, next. I want that in the video.
Mr. Game, man, you guys saw it? Dude, it's okay. You said the same thing. Give it another shot. Yeah, man.
Oh, that was so good.
Right? Walks off. Yeah. Complete. Done. One? Yeah. Are you gonna run up to her? Yeah. Action, jump in. Oh, do it again. Reset.
That was amazing. The bow, 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 bow.
All right, that's a wrap, guys. That's a wrap.
I am Mrs. Sukina Milam. I am the instructional coach here at Lavizzo Elementary School.
What was the biggest takeaway or several takeaways that the students got out of this program?
I think just the collaboration of being able to work with other students as well as other adults and to just see the process. I'm so glad that this program exists and that we were awarded the opportunity to allow our students to have the experience that so many others have, because without having the arts in the school on a consistent basis, that, you know, this is a very integral part of their learning experience. So I'm just grateful and thankful that we had the experience. So thank you all so much.
All right. So Donna's gonna hop back in a little bit. All right, thoughts. I'll go to Ashley because Ashley, because you had something before. Let's continue there.
As someone who's directionally challenged, I just find it so funny.
That's me, and yeah.
directionally
Really love it.
challenged. My background, I'm fading in and out, but I need this to be said. I need this to be said.
Yes.
What came up for me before watching the BTS, and like I said, would be even more potent now, is that the sound and the lyrics, the intentionality that went into this, made this the kind of song that can be played for the next 100 years or more,
Mm.
and it's going to resonate just the same, if not
Mm.
more, because this is the kind of wisdom that when I think about the oldies and I think about the songs that have been passed down through families, like it has that same kind of energy. I really appreciate the thoughtfulness that went into it. And it's catchy enough that it could be a party song, it could be a celebration song, it can be a motivational song when you're down, or like you said, when you're at the trying to get to the finish line.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got the juice that you need
Right.
to get to where you're going. So yeah, I'm just so pleased with how it came together.
That's awesome. Bob.
Yeah, I'm going to echo the word intentionality that Ashley, that's an excellent way to describe the process. And I'm glad we got to see the behind the scenes because it really gets you to feel the experience that the students had. It wasn't like, you throw together a few lyrics. It's you really got to consider what the message is that you're sharing. And so, I think the best songs, are bangers, kind of like you alluded to before. They make you feel it, but they also make you think.
Yes.
And so, yeah,
Yes.
if this song can make people think for the next 100 years, like Ashley said, then you really got something. So, yeah, what a cool experience for them. And I think for someone like me, just hearing that song, I mean, I could easily hear that song, on the radio or something, and just be like, wow, that's really uplifting. I like that. I like the groove, and the message is strong, really, really strong. Especially, you mentioned earlier about Mental Health Awareness Day being a couple of days ago. What timing, and how we, I think there's a lot of information out there in society that tells us we need someone else, we need we need to get better ourselves, and we need another book to read or another podcast to listen to make ourselves better. When honestly, I think the number one thing in our lives that can make us better and feel better is the people around us. And so that's what the song talks about.
Yes.
So great timing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I want echoing both of those. Yeah. I was just thinking, as you were both talking about the timelessness about the song Unchained Melody. And that's something that's from my childhood. I remember growing up with it, but also like my parents grew up with it, and I still listen to it, and my daughter Maria knows it. So there is that timelessness, and it wasn't until I had to learn to sing it that I even really paid attention to the power of the words and the lyrics, but I was still singing them, and it just became part of me. And that's, I think, one of the amazing pieces of music. But then also that connection, and that, let's put down the devices, the podcast, the book, whatever, whatever is that, kind of safety or even like this growth mindset tool that we're using at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we do need to just take a look around, take a breath, and breathe together, because that is, it's also something I've been reflecting on a lot. Donna has joined us again. Donna, can you hear us? Yes, you sound amazing. Oh, thank you.
Donna,
Hopefully she can, but maybe
hopefully she can. Yeah,
mute, because that tends to happen when you're switching back and forth. So hopefully the audio is connecting.
Does. Yep.
Can I jump in here while we're
Yes,
waiting?
I'm so sorry. Yes, I can hear you. I know you can't see me, but I can hear you guys. So.
Yep. Yep, and we can hear you. Did you want to jump in on anything, or Ashley's got a thought too?
Oh, okay. Maybe I can listen to Ashley's thought first.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
All right. So one of the things that you mentioned, and that is so clear, is that the message is from the students and the school to younger generations, and really anybody that needs uplifting. I thought that it was special that the one-to-one conversation was happening. Then I said, the two people talking to each other and the group, but it seems like, that's paralleled in what we were just sharing. that connection piece is so important, and the song makes you want to connect. It makes you want to share it with somebody else that, you know, needs that
Mhm.
same kind of energy. So
Yeah,
I think that's really, really cool.
absolutely. Uh, Donna, over to you.
Yeah, I mean, I just think this song made so many connections on so many levels, and I love the energy, and I think the behind the scenes does a really good job of just showing you once again like all the hard work that's put into these songs, and how much the students have input, and how you can really hear their voices
Mm,
throughout the music.
yes.
Couldn't agree more.
I'm gonna go meta for a moment, um, and just thinking of what just happened, where we had a connection, we had kind of this conversation going on. Sometimes we have those life interruptions, somewhere you got to be, something's got to change, but you still have that connection. So Donna, you're back with us in another form. You've been transformed. Um, so just that's the way my brain processes things, is just kind of thinking, what are we doing right now that is a reflection of what we've learned before, and how, what do we think about that? Is there a change we need to make? Is there something we want to amplify? Like that, like this connection,
Mhm.
I think is what I want to amplify from this conversation. And that taking a moment to just look eye to eye, whether we are able to see each other's eyes or not, then being able to take that moment together and just be, I think, is hand in hand. That I hadn't thought about that meaning of it before. That hand in hand implies the closeness. It's an obvious closeness of hand in hand, and you don't need a word to reach out your hand, and
It was
you have a choice.
it was echoed in the dance moves too. Like I saw when they grabbed each other's hands
Mm,
as part of that like circle. That was so cool. Man,
yeah.
you guys knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Way to go, Lavizzo. All right, I think we're at the closing thoughts. Just to keep it under a half hour. So back over to Bob, and then Ashley, and then Donna, and then we'll close up.
Dan, I appreciate the opportunity to comment. I mean, what you all are doing is amazing to begin with, just to help students and schools use music for such a positive force. But it should also be commended. Now, this is the 8th out of 14 that you're doing this, so we're in the back half already, and
Mm-hmm.
you're really putting yourselves out there. You're saying, "Hey, give me some feedback on our work," that sends a strong message to people as well. So I want to commend you for that. And then lastly, about the song, I work with families every day, and you'd be surprised how disconnected families are, even though they live under the same roof. And so the message that you share to it, so someone like me and works in the profession that I do and the work that I do every day, I feel like the message of the song is something that I need to probably do a better job sharing myself. And so this message is not just for 8th graders, just because it comes from 8th
Yes.
graders. This message is just for the world. So a lot of credit, awesome work, and yeah, I'm definitely going to be bopping the song along next time I'm doing some chores or something.
Or marathon. Yeah. Ashley, closing thoughts.
I can't choose a favorite, so this is just another one on my favorite list. Favorite number 8.
Mhm.
And there are no
The
winners
eighth
here because we're all winners because you guys put all your hard work into creating something like this. I am inspired, ever inspired.
Oh, that's awesome. And here's my closing thought, just because you made me think of something. I'll pass it to Donna. There's this quote from a musical called Title of Show, that I'd rather be 9 people's favorite thing than 100 people's 9th favorite thing. So, there's power in that, of, really putting effort into relationship, into connection, and into telling stories. So, Donna, over to you.
I would just say that it's been so fun highlighting all these songs. And, even though we did the program with 4 8th grade classes in Chicago, they all are unique and different and special in their own way. And so we're super excited to be able to possibly at the back end, we're hoping to have at least one of the finished videos from the fall programming with our kindies in Chicago. So that'll be a fun way to kind of round out the end of the year on this Wednesday watch. So, and I just want to say thanks for being here today and joining us today. We always appreciate Ashley coming back, and it was nice to meet you, Bob, and you're welcome anytime. And yeah, I another fun song to be able to share with the world.
Yeah, this really is becoming like a Wednesday Watch Club. Let's do that. So, all right. Until next time, number 9.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.